So, with that, we will begin closing statements. I think you've all done wonderfully. I so admire and respect each of you for the courage and the candor that you have, and I pray that God continues to bless you. Of our evening. Good news, y'all have been sitting patiently and doing a wonderful job. We have 5 more minutes to go. So we will begin with closing statements. You will each have 1 minute, and we will begin, Mr. Okpa, and we will conclude with Mr. Davis. Thank you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you for coming out and listening to us. You know, this is what Americans do. If you go to some other countries where they say they have democracy and election, it's not an election, they do selection. But here you are. You have an opportunity to look at every one of us. We are not enemies. We are just horses in a derby. And we're going to find the horse that's going to finish and win this derby. I am that horse. I am that horse. If the Republican Party wants to get back this district, put your bet on me, because I will make Colin all red see all red. And I know how to do it. I will take a fight that he will not be able to counter. Because I came to this country to be an American and nothing else. So I love your attention, and I appreciate you attending. This is not a fight with me and this gentleman. Just make me the best and forget the rest.
Mr. Namdar, you have a minute. Thank you.
And I agree. We're all friends here at the end of the day. But the toughest thing that we're going to have to decide as voters is, do we want to win Texas 32? That's the #1 thing we're going to have to decide. I'm going to be very clear and very passionate also with you guys at the same time too. You need to have the stamina. You need to have the support. You got to raise funds. You got to follow the money and see where it goes. You have to be principled. You have to be prepared. You have to know the constituency. You have to be able to identify with them. I know what it's like to fail in life. I know what it's like to succeed. I know what it's like to be a first generation. I know what it's like to be a proud American. I know what it's like to have my beautiful wife, Pia, who came here and immigrated from Mexico legally and is now a U.S. citizen since 2016 and a proud red voter ever since. I know what it's like to be a first generation. And this district is Dallas, Collin, and Denton County. We have to look at the demographics of it and say, can we get a next representative there who's going to look out for the best interest of the district, knows the district, and will vote for the district? If not, you fire them and you put someone else in. I'm the candidate who will take it to Colin Allred, who's done the homework, and we'll get it done, and we're going to have a new red district here in Texas. We're going to flip it back. Thank you, guys.
Mr. Webb, closing statement. You have 1 minute.
Thank you all for being here. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't noticed by now, I'm very to the point, no BS kind of guy. We're not going to agree on everything. I don't want us to agree. We are a nation of very diverse people. We have to disagree. What you have to think is, what's going on in Washington? Who do you want in there? I'm a fighter. I think you might have noticed that by now. Look at my history. I've volunteered to go to fights all around the world. If you want things absolutely broken in Washington, D.C., I'm the guy to vote for. That's the end of it.
Mr. Day, your closing statement, you have 1 minute.
We've seen what Democrat rule has brought to this country. Skyrocketing prices, skyrocketing crime rates, hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants pouring across our border, a teachers' union shutting down schools over nothing, frankly. I have shown for 15 years that I will fight for conservative values. I think you've probably seen in my TV commercials, I will take the fight right to Colin Allred. We're not going to play footsie in this race. We're going straight after Colin Allred. We're going straight after this district, and we are going to start that red wave you hear about. It's going to start right here. So please vote. It's a new day for Congress. please join us. Please join this fight at dayfortexas.com. Join us, and together we are going to turn this district red. Thank you.
And last but certainly not least, Mr. Davis, your closing statement. You have 1 minute.
Thank you all for coming. You know, earlier today, we said the Pledge of Allegiance to this flag. The symbol of that flag is freedom. And when I say the Pledge of Allegiance, I don't know about you, but I think of all of the men and women who have died for this country. The people in the American Revolution, the people in the Civil War, the people who died in the trenches in World War I, and the people who stormed the Normandy beaches in World War II. And it stands for freedom. And those freedoms are under attack all over the Western world. Not just the United States, but in Canada. What are they doing? I support those truckers. I stand for freedom. And that's what I'm pushing for. And there is a lot of really terrible people in elected office. All the way from Joe Biden to his pal Colin Allred, all the way down to a monster in Clay Jenkins. It is time for the American public to rise. There's a lot of people coming over to the Republican Party. Welcome to the Party of Lincoln. I am very proud to stand with you in the fight. Check us out. The website is nathandavistx.com. We hope to win your vote and your support. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to please stand and applaud these brave men. They have been fabulous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your hard work.